Hello everyone, KingslayerKoshy, and welcome back to Dust. In the last part, we destroyed all the pillars, and something seems to have happened outside. Now we're just gonna finish exploring out the caverns. Now we've got these... we're just falling down some pillars. And... pretty much taking this detour back down to the outside, because apparently something has happened.
You can use that cooler of yours to transport Bopo's snow down from the mountain.
Alright, give me a second. Great, that should keep it cold for Bopo. I'll be sure to give it to him if we ever find ourselves back in Mudpot.
Alright, so now that this... yeah, that's pretty much for the side quest for Bopo. So whenever we go back to Mudpot later... when we go back to Mudpot later down the road, we'll give it to him.
The path above has been made clear. Onward and upward.
And you thought this was a bad idea.
The first time an avalanche actually did something useful. Although, I say that now, but at this part when you start climbing up, sooner or later... ah, right here. Yeah, avalanches. Now they're here to kill you. So... we're gonna head down this little tunnel way first, though, because there's a key hidden there. And the gimmick here is that you're gonna have to move your way towards the edge of the cliffs or platforms above you, depending on where the avalanche is placed, so you can avoid them. First one I got knocked up because there was snow hitting me in the face. Here, there's a platform there. And I'm just getting hit left and right, Jesus Christ. Though, at this point I'm not too concerned because I got a lot of healing items, so I can afford to be a little reckless. It's not good for the professional looking like a decent player, but it gets the job done. And, yeah, there's a little detour, take a detour here, and the key that you saw above before we had to leave, we can get it now. And now we have to backtrack our way back up. So break through the pillars again, and well, onward and upward to the peak of the mountains. And I believe it's, if I'm correct, I think this is the part where we reach the end. And if that's the case, there is this. If this is the case where this leads to the end of the Blackmoor Mountains, this is the part where I start having a major criticism of the game. Well, I point out one major criticism I have of the game. And we'll get to it when we get to the top of the mountain, because I believe this is the final stretch of the mountain. I think there's one more section before we have to climb up before we get to the top, but actually no way, I think there's still a lot more to the mountain. Never mind. Disregard what I was gonna say. God, the snow is so disorienting. I swear it's so hard to see. Well, not much you can do. I could have turned it off and turn off the weather effects, but I decided not to because I'm lazy. Well, that's kind of my own fault. But I'm still fighting my way through, no problem. It could be worse. Just bopping away a few Tez clones, and down here is a treasure chest, and this one's a little annoying because of the wind, and because of the enemies that jump at you, but oh, never mind, it's just the merchant. Ah, yes, this is where you start seeing more of the platforms and the spikes all over. You saw a little bit of it in those caverns, but here it's the final stretch is nothing but these hallways filled with death. And I'm just hanging around because now I'm just trying to find the remaining treasure here. Burning everything to the ground. Surprised I'm not melting the snow. I'm just moving forward. Just killing a lot of things, and if I remember correctly, I think this is, yep, that wall with the hourglass on it. Remember that for later. Remember that wall for later. We can't do anything about it right now because we need a certain item in order to actually access it. Although at this point in time, I don't think I didn't actually know about how you were supposed to get in there at the time. This is back in my first original file. I never did collect, get 100% in the game because I missed out on a couple of secret areas that I didn't know how to access. But remember that wall for later. Meantime, avalanche. And somehow these monsters don't die from it. Now, a good whopping with the sword do it. And somehow the avalanche just magically stops. Okay. Video game logic. And I believe riding it, yep. Riding it up will get you to a treasure chest. So just pick the lock and get yourself Pendant of the Marsh, which I think I build at this point because I think I'm just weighing my options, and yeah, I just had to build it because it's a better pendant compared to the ones I already had. And there we go. Now I'm just messing around to see if there's anything else I can build. At this point in time, I realized that there's a couple of items I still need to sell to the merchant, which I forgot to do, but there's another merchant at the height, at the peak of the mountain, so I just wait till later. And another Minotaur, but nothing me. Yeah, we're starting to get to the higher up. There's a gimmick here where you gotta break the ice and have it shatter so that you can actually access the key beneath, or key above. Just when you break the ice so you can get to the chest below. And it's nothing but a teleport stone. I guess money and teleport stone, nothing major. I'm looking, and I do have items that are definitely better than the current items I have right now. But because I didn't sell my items to the merchant, I've got to wait it out until I can actually start buying more resources, because something I've never really took into account was the fact that it takes forever for enemies to drop certain items, so you're better off just selling it to the merchant. Yet again, another valuable piece of equipment that I still can't build because I didn't bother selling my materials. And Just keep on climbing. And I believe, yeah, this is close to, if not, the final stretch. Yeah, this is the final stretch of the mountain. And around here is a lot of hidden treasure, chests and keys all over the spikes. You gotta use the dust storm to maneuver yourself through the platforms to get the chests. And this is home to a pain in the ass chest to get because you need to maneuver bombs. I don't think it's in this screen, I think it's in the next screen, but yeah, you're also gonna need to backtrack a little bit so that you can grab some keys. I decided to go ham because honestly I already have so many healing items that I'm not too concerned about throwing myself in the line of fire. And I get a warrior's pendant, which is better than the pendant I just currently made, but I'm still missing a piece of equipment so it's either I'm missing it or I forgot to sell it. More than likely probably the latter, but I can't see very well from where I'm sitting because I haven't been able to, I don't know how to full screen this. Anyways, just messing around, climbing around. Well, not really climbing around, but more so just platforming all over the place. Yeah, I guess one thing that's annoying about this area is that these platforms take forever to move. And that's what makes it very, very obnoxious to deal with. That's what makes this area kind of annoying. This area is more annoying than it's actually hard though, because yeah, there. Got a key. I ride it up just to see if there's anything else I can get. And I find the exit, but down and to the left there's an area where there's a couple of keys hidden down there, and I'm trying to go back down and mess around, but I'm not entirely sure exactly. Guess oh yeah, I think my brother came in at the time with something. And that's what happened there. But anyways, yeah, climb up here, wait for the platforms to come around, and you can see the key. There's a key off in the distance. Ride the platform. There's the key, and that's the last treasure of this area. And yeah, we're good to go. Head up. And here we go. Yeah, I believe this is the penultimate area of this area. The penultimate. I think this is the last screen before. If I'm right, I think this is what I'm thinking of with the. Yep, this is the area. You have to carry this bomb all the way back. Well, there's two areas to carry it to. First one isn't hard because there isn't too many spikes to get in the way. Although I still screw it up anyway because this time I do a pretty good job at that. Yeah, so the challenge here is really just trying to angle the bomb so that it doesn't, so that you don't carry its momentum to the spikes. And in this chest, as soon as I decide to open it, and I'm just munching down on the ball chicken, open the chest and we get money and cake. fancy footwork to avoid that platform. And this one, I think there's a key at the top or chest, I can't remember which, but just keep... you can't reach it because... this is the way back. Actually, I don't know why that's there now I think about it. I really can't remember. There might be a slide area somewhere, but this is where the hard part kicks in. Because you gotta carry this bomb all the way to the top and avoid the spikes. And it's a pain. Apparently, because yeah, it moves on its own as well, so that also makes it hard. Also, the reason I keep going here is because it's the first time I don't remember, and I didn't realize that there was actually, you'll see it soon, but there's actually a breakable rock that you need a bomb for. A breakable wall. Right there. There's a breakable wall and you need the rock for it. And you need a bomb rock for it, so I head back down, and this is where things take a turn for the worst. I don't remember how long this takes me, but it is quite challenging because you gotta MacGyver the bomb over. And you gotta make sure it doesn't blow up. You carry its momentum to blow itself up. Like that. So, yeah, this is a pretty arduous task, but it's not terrible. Just keep an eye on the bomb to make sure that when you use the dust storm, you can use it to center the bomb. Just gauge where the bomb is and kind of use it to keep it away from the spikes. Like I said, this is... But the thing is, like, there's spikes layered damn near everywhere. And it makes it incredibly annoying. It's not fun. Yeah, so... I think this time I get it, so... Just slowly use the dust storm to keep it away from moving towards spikes. And yeah, you're good to go. So just take this and hover it over here, blow up the wall, and inside this chest we have, as soon as I get it, I'll unlock it, right? We get a Master Ring of Focus, which I immediately equip because it's better than all the ring. It's better in every single way, and I need to sell some stuff to the merchant.